So that's right, we're getting a pretty big update for Biomutant, but we have further confirmations about that one thanks to the official Biomutant social media pages right here. We're going to dive into what is going on with this brand new update. Plus, we have new replies from the community manager about Biomutant and its future. And we're going to be talking about some really cool tips and tricks you may not know about Biomutant. So hey everyone, what's happening? Open world games here, hope you're doing good, and yes, we are once again revisiting the wacky, wonderful world of Biomutant. I cannot wait for this update. There's some really cool news here, so let's dive into it right now. So officially, this is what it says. We are working on an update for Biomutant, which we will hope to get into players' hands soon. Most likely, we'll be able to deliver the update to PC platforms first, and then to consoles. The update will include bug fixes and changes based on community feedback. Now, furthermore, they did confirm this. We are working on the pacing of dialogues, narrator settings, difficulty settings, video settings like depth of field and motion blur, loot and enemy tuning, as well as sound and combat. A lot of stuff going on in this update. It sounds like it's going to be fairly big, and one thing I personally cannot wait for is to be able to tune the depth of field and motion blur, because honestly it is a pain in the butt. It's one of the things I actually meant to mention in my impressions of the game. So I really want to see the ability to really tone back the depth of field, especially when you interact with characters, and also perhaps shut off the motion blur completely. You guys may remember, of course I cover Outriders. They had a big motion blur complaint when that game initially released, and they had to have a tuning option for that as well. Now, also we have this one out here on Steam. It goes on to say this: Biomutant game-breaking glitch, resistant stats don't change when you change gear. And we have a reply about this one from the community manager as to what's going on there. Zitty goes on to say this: we are aware of the issue and working on sorting it out. Will it make it into the next patch? No word about that, but at least they are absolutely looking into it, very soon. So that is great news. All right, so let's keep going. Now, a lot of you guys are wondering, will we get patch notes, like proper patch notes with this game? So this has been confirmed by the community manager right here. He says this: as soon as I have the change log, ready, it will be posted. X101, who is the dev team, by the way, is working hard on getting as many concerns and fixes included into one patch. So yeah, there's going to be patch notes coming up here for this Biomutant update for sure. So I'll let you know what those patch notes do include, of course. So stay tuned for that in the future. Now, there's some other responses from the community manager as well. We have Duncan, who says this: my achievements on Steam are not unlocking. It still says 0 out of 46 while I'm about 10 hours in the game in level 9. Will this be fixed too? And Zitty confirmed, we are aware of some achievements not unlocking correctly. If they get fixed this or next patch, I cannot say yet. You know as well as me, promising something will be 100% fixed, and then something changes, a submission goes wrong, and then hell breaks loose. Smiley face. So before changelog is ready, I cannot promise exactly what will be sorted. So yeah, they're going to be fixing the achievements. It's just that they don't know when exactly. It seems like they have, this priority list, as they should, as to what they actually want to address with the game. But yeah, hopefully, for those of you where the achievements aren't really working, they fix it, and then you get those achievements retroactively, if you know what I mean there. But this is really cool if you did not know this about traversing with mushrooms in Biomutant. This was found out by Valentine. Check this out. If you haven't been doing this, try it with the mushrooms. It goes on to say this right here: I tried something with mushrooms. Check out what he tried. Look at this. Give it a go. It's literally like Mario in Biomutant. That is freaking sweet. I love it. I remember when I was first initially playing this game, I skipped out on the mushroom upgrade initially, but it's really good for traversing the areas for sure. Now we have more tips from the community as well. Check out this one right here. This one comes from Jash and Shamal, I believe it is. He says, tips, in case you didn't know, fist aerial attack can be very helpful for traversing the map since it adds more verticality and distance. Let's see what he's talking about right here, shall we? check that out. I feel like they added this stuff in the game on purpose so you can discover it. That is really cool. Nice find for sure. That's going to be super helpful getting around the environment in Biomutant and help out even more, combining that with your wing glider and things like that. That's cool. Now, also, I wanted to note this. I personally, like the narrator in Biomutant. I think he does a great job, and someone actually discovered who this guy is. Check it out right here. It says, "Everyone, I would like to dedicate this post to David Shaw Parker for his phenomenal performance as the narrator." And there he is, the guy that narrates the voice work as the narration in Biomutant. I think he does a great job translating the characters in the game. I really think it's a creative way of doing it, especially if you are a team, that's on a budget and you can't hire a billion voice actors. I thought this was one of the most creative ways of doing it, and I think he nailed it. Plus, I love Fable, and it reminds me of Fable. So, yeah, I'm good to go. Let me know what you guys think of the narrator. But again, this upcoming patch and update will allow adjustments with the narrator in the future. So maybe you can at least tone back the narrator a little bit when you're exploring the open world. That would be a nice option to see as well. But yeah, the sentiment is this out on the Biomutant Reddit community right here. It says, "Glad I didn't listen to reviews. This game is great." I'm loving this. I am loving how the community is getting together still to this day, and in a way fighting back against the super negative reviews that outright don't recommend this game. I've watched reviews where they say don't get the game whatsoever, even if it's on sale. And these are pretty big, I guess you would say reputable reviewers saying this, and I'm just like, what are they talking about? At least that's my opinion. Don't get the game at all. What in the world? So I'm glad to see, honestly, that the community has come together and is pushing past these reviewers and is willing to form their own opinion, because this game is really unique. And I really, really hope, I cross my fingers, that this actually turns into a franchise, because there's a lot of potential here for sure. And THQ Nordic, kudos to them once again for believing in 101 and allowing them to have the freedom with this game, because I guess they barely bothered Experiment 101 during the dev process. Check out this find right here from Smiling Flounder. It says, "This really got me. Just a small detail in such an awesome game. Look at that. What a way to go. What a way to go. Man, oh man, that would be rough for sure." All right, now it's time for your top comments for my previous Biomutant video. Let's do this. Remember to leave a comment down below. It could end up in a future video. You never know. So let's do this, shall we? Alrighty then. So my last video was about the update as well. It says Biomutant is getting a brand new updates and improvements, plus THQ trolls reviews. Let's see what you guys had to say about this, shall we? So we're going to scroll down. Paradox Bear says this: "I'm loving the game. I've been anticipating this game for years, and from what I've played so far, everything Experiment 101 has said would be in the game, it is. Those 20 guys need a round of applause. They've done a lot despite some of its flaws. Don't knock it unless you try it. It's addicting." Totally agree. One of the most upvoted comments right there from Paradox Bear. Now, Midnight Sin says, "The more I play it, the more I like it. Like Rage 2 and Borderlands. Had a kid, and the kid grew up watching Kung Fu Panda on repeat until he was grown." I freaking love this so much. That is awesome. That's like the perfect way to describe this game right here. Nice one. I thought they should put that on the box art. I swear they should really do that. All right. Pesalo says, "I like the game. Yeah, it's not a masterpiece and it has its weaknesses, but it's still a good game. And don't forget, this was developed by 20 people. That's not a Ubisoft studio with 300 men. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, maybe this is like an indication of future games. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we'll see more games like this alongside the games that are being developed by the 500 to 1,000 people. So I'm down for that, Maybe there's going to be this weird surgence of unique indie style games that are weird and wacky, open world. I would love to see that. So yeah, maybe THQ Nordic can be the leader in that regard. Now, Steven says this game is absolutely fantastic. Lots of charm, personality, and reminds me of how it felt to play video games when I was younger. Nailed it. Absolutely true. It brings back that nostalgia to games, that weren't perfect, of course, but you loved them, and you didn't have a billion YouTubers and opinions. You could just enjoy the game. Danny A says, the game isn't just a blast, but it's something I can play with my infant son watching and enjoying. That is amazing. Good family bonding time for sure. That is awesome. Yeah, the game isn't super violent at all. That's another thing that I enjoy, honestly, about it. Now, Dominic Great says, the reviews are not fair. I feel like, honestly, this is a good game. I'm enjoying it. Hell yes. You could just see the opinions here. Relinquish says, great to hear they are looking at increasing melee damage and not nerfing range. That's how it should be done. Outriders, cough, cough. But would also like them to increase the damage of psi powers and mutations with an intelligence build. Yeah, that's another thing that I've heard. A lot of reviewers, well, not a lot of reviewers, some reviewers did say their problem with the game was the fact that mage builds are weak. Perhaps they should really buff anything regarding mutations and psi power. So I agree. I think that they're going to have to actually do that going forward and consider that to really make that type of mutation psi build really worthwhile. All right, there you have it. The latest happenings around Biomutant. I am thrilled to see the reaction with this game. I was so worried. I posted my impressions, and honestly, I was kind of depressed when all the other reviews came out. I was like, are you serious? People are really bashing this game this much? Really? So I am thrilled to see that there's a community for this game. But thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Biomutant updates and, of course, open world gaming goodness. And I will see you all next time. Take care.